sometimes that vibration of desire is really active within you, but you are in a vibration of doubt. So even though the desire is passionately active, because of your current belief, you're muting it so you don't get to feel what pure desire feels like. But we do. Every time you sift through contrast and you launch a rocket of desire, we have the benefit of the freshness of that new perspective and that new asking. When you are a vibrational match to your desire, it is sublime for you too. But you're usually not there, especially in the beginning, because sometimes, most often, your clearest desires are born out of your awareness of what you do not want. So what you do not want is still in the mix. I want more money because I don't have enough money. I want more money because I really need more money. So you're not feeling the freshness of that new desire because it's muted with worry and doubt and contradictory thought. You see what we're getting at? When you want a magnificent relationship because you're fighting with the person you live with, you are giving birth to a stronger, more powerful desire. But it's not fresh to you because it's muted by where you're standing in the middle of your argument. So when we say to you, do you like the feeling of your desire? What we're really setting you up for is the awareness that you're not ever going to really like the feeling of desire. You're not ever going to really feel the freshness and the pureness of a desire until you figure out how to be a vibrational match to it. And that's what this gathering is all about. We've been calling it the art of allowing, and that's really what it means. The art of allowing yourself vibrational alignment with who you are and what you want, because anything less than that gives you split energy, and split energy doesn't feel good. So when we say, and we do, seminar after seminar, year after year, decade after decade, we say to you, are you enjoying your desire? Do you like the feeling of your desire? And you lie and say yes. Because you know it feels like it should be the right answer, even though sometimes you say, I felt better before I knew I wanted that. Because now I know I want that, knowing at the same time that I don't have it. I want it, 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 but I don't know how it's going to come, when it's going to come, where it's going to come from, who's going to bring it, who's going to be involved in it. And so you just keep badgering yourself with these questions to which you don't have answers. And in the process, you don't like the way your desire feels. So much so, we were talking to someone one day, wanting to get this person focused in the direction of desire. And this person said, well, I don't really know what I want. And so we started listing some things that we knew very well that he wanted. And he said, oh no, Abraham, I don't want those things. I already have those things. Not even understanding that what desire is, in other words, he was associating the feeling of desire with that angst, that yearning. That's the way you feel when you want something you don't have. That's what wanting is. That's what desire is. And really, the definition for want might be being without something. I'm in want of something. I'm in need of something. But we want you to sort this out vibrationally. We want you to know that when you have a desire for something and you are in the vibrational vicinity of it, then that feels interesting to you. It makes you feel frisky. You feel eager about it. You feel passionate about it. You feel full of life. You wake up thinking about it. You want to work on it during the day. You want to ponder it, whether it's a relationship or an empire that you're building, whether it's a project that you're working on. It doesn't matter if it's a circumstance or an event or a relationship or just a plain old pile of money. It doesn't matter what it is that you think you want. The reason you want it is because life has caused you to expand to that new place. And this is the part that most of our physical friends don't get quite yet. Your desire is already vibrationally complete and being held for you in the vibrational escrow account that we've been calling vibrational escrow, vibrational reality, and now we are telling you it's in your vortex of creation. We know what it must be like for those of you who are trying to explain what goes on here to those who aren't here with you. Where were you? It's easier to just tell them you're having an affair with someone, isn't it? Well, I was at this meeting. There's this man who calls his wife Abraham. And she must be some sort of split personality because she refers to herself as we. And she has this thing she's doing lately where she points at the floor in a big circle and insists that it's the vortex. And tells us that everything we want is in there, that we should go in. No, we can't see anything in the vortex. No. So we know that we are stretching you into some different ways of looking at things, because unless you are willing to accept that you are a vibrational being who lives in a vibrational universe, then you cannot begin to understand how things are happening in the way they are to you or to anyone else. In other words, until you make the conscious association between the source energy part of you and the part of you who is here focused in your physical body, you have no real guidance. You can't begin to consistently move in the direction of that which you are becoming. Most physical beings, almost as soon as they are born, begin monitoring their behavior and measuring it against the results that they get from other humans. So if you behave in a way that pleases the humans who are near you, they smile and they reward you with words and behavior. But if you displease them, you know that right away too, because they frown and they withhold and they punish. And so, without meaning to, you've been trained away from your guidance system by well-meaning others who are doing something that is virtually impossible. They're attempting to sort out all manner of manifestation and put it into piles of good and not so good and less good and really less good and terrible. They've sorted out these piles and then they join together in groups as they try to protect their piles. It's such an interesting thing, the limitation of these piles. And what we're encouraging you to do is, rather than trying to join the group with the loudest voice or even the group with the strongest influence on you for whatever reason, we're encouraging you to try to let go of the influence that others have set upon you while you reach for the influence of the source within you. We want you to realize that you were source energy before you came forth into this physical body. And a part of who you eternally are is focused now here in this body. So here you are, just like you knew you would be, sifting and sorting and expanding, coming to constant new conclusions about what would be better, how the world would be better, how government would be better, how your community would be better, how your body would feel better, how your personal circumstances would be better, how this relationship would be better, how that situation would be better, all day, every day, launching those rockets. And what we want you to know is each time you offer one of those requests, it is pure to us. In other words, we stand in your vortex receiving your request. Your inner being becomes the vibrational equivalent of each and every request that you set forth. But as we said at the beginning of our conversation here with you today, often you don't go with your rocket. You stay outside the vortex, so to speak, justifying why you need or why you want the improvement. And as you beat the drum of the injustice that you're living, I don't have enough and it's not fair, and I've never had enough and it's never been fair, and those people around me don't have enough and that's never been fair. What you do, you don't mean to, but what you do is you keep active in yourself a vibration that prevents you from joining the vibration of your desire. That's why your desire doesn't feel good to you. Your desire doesn't feel good to you when you doubt it. Your desire doesn't feel good when you don't believe it. Your desire doesn't feel good when you don't feel worthy of it. Your desire doesn't feel good when you are in a state of blame or guilt or anger or frustration. When you feel those negative emotions, what it means every single time is, oh, you launched a desire. Yes, you did. And your desire is with the larger part of you and is present tense in terms of the vibrational creation. But as long as you are feeling negative emotion, it means you're not up to speed with your desire. And that's logical in many cases, isn't it? Because what's been happening and what you've been observing is usually the reason that you're offering the vibration that you're offering. Most people are responding to what's happening around them. If someone is rude to you, maybe somebody you love, maybe somebody you don't even know, but if someone is rude to you and you observe their rudeness, you usually have a knee-jerk response to that. And if you keep it up, you're going to develop a pattern of believing that people are rude, or of believing that you are inferior in some way and attracting it. In other words, you're going to get a complex if you keep focusing upon things that keep happening and keep them active in your vibration. So what this gathering is about you deciding that you're going to offer your vibration on purpose, because your vibration equals your point of attraction. The law of attraction, which is the powerful law that manages this universe and everything that exists, it is a law that responds to vibrational frequencies. And the only reason that humans aren't more keenly aware of this law is because most humans are unaware that they have a vibrational frequency. They're not putting it together. They're not noticing that their emotions are the key to their alignment or resistance to the vibration of who they are. But once you begin to accept or even consider the idea that you are source energy, a part of which has come forth into this body, and that the larger part of you still remains non-physically focused, still offering this powerful vibration, and that when you, in your physical body, launch a rocket of desire, that your inner being becomes immediately the vibrational equivalent of that new expanded beingness, and that then your relationship in your physical body to this new expansion has shifted a little bit. In other words, you really owe it to yourself to keep up with your own expansion. And when you do, oh, life is so good. You get an idea and it feels foreign at first, but then you ponder it and you consider it and you make it more familiar. You practice it, you visualize it, you bring yourself little by little into alignment with it. And when you do, when there's no resistance offered within you, when the vibration between what you want and what you're thinking here and now are the same vibration, it manifests all over the place for you. In other words, you just can't keep from manifesting what you believe. What you believe and what you expect are manifesting all around you as evidence of what you believe and what you expect. But humans don't tell the story that way usually. They don't say, I get what I think about. They say, I get stuff and some of it I like and some of it I don't like, but I can't figure out what's the common denominator. I think that I am living a karmic response to past lives. It must be something like that. No. I know what it is. There's a conspiracy against me. I think it's the government. No. I know what it is. I was born into the wrong religion and I'm being punished for that. You come up with really screwy things. Or you say, it's my employer's fault. That's a big one. Oh, here's the biggest one of all. It's my mother's fault. I'm certain that we got off on the wrong foot. If she had been wiser, things would have gone better for me. And what we're wanting you to realize is, You learned a lot of vibrational patterns from a lot of different places. But the bottom line is, your vibrational pattern, what you believe and what you expect, is what you're getting. It's what you're getting. It's what you're getting.